Lost the mic somewhere. I want to break stuff. We're gonna have to try that again.
Yes.
I know. My goodness.
Okay, thanks.
Break mics. Okay. Good. Everybody ready? Okay. Senior Officer Destiny Winston. At approximately 6:05 a.m. today, officers responded to 5605 Springdale Road for a shooting. Officers arrived on scene and they located a black male with obvious trauma to his body. Life-saving measures were administered. Unfortunately, those measures were unsuccessful and the male victim was pronounced deceased on scene. The male victim is identified as DeMarcio White. He's a black male. His birthday is 10/6/97. We do know that the victim has family in this area, but it's unknown right now whether or not he actually resided at this location. We are seeking the community's assistance with this incident. It is very early on in the investigation, so we would like to speak with anyone who has any information regarding this incident. If they knew about the whereabouts of the victim prior, or maybe know anyone that he talks to, or just has really anything at all to provide that would be assistance in this investigation. We do ask that you contact the homicide tip line. That's 512-477-3588. Any questions?
Was he shot?
We won't be releasing that information at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation. We want to maintain the integrity of the case.
Could you spell his name for us?
His name is spelled D-A-M-A-R-C-I-O, and then White, W-H-I-T-E, and 10/6/97. He's a black male. So again, we also can't confirm that he was shot. All we have right now is traumatic injuries to the body.
And who called 911?
We don't have the information on the caller, but we do have information that officers were dispatched at approximately 6:05 a.m. this morning.
And was, if this was gang related?
We don't have that information at this time. Again, as you can see here, it's a very active scene. We're still talking to everybody here on scene that may have been involved or knows any information. That's why we're reaching out to the community. If you know any information, if you know this victim, please call homicide. That'll help assist with the investigation and help things move forward.
Now, was he found, or do you know if he was the one that called for help, or?
I don't have that information. It was actually the victim that placed the 911 call, but when officers arrived on scene, they did locate the victim with traumatic injuries to his body.
Is there any cameras throughout here?
If there are cameras available that did have video, our detectives will obtain that and they will use that evidence to further investigate the case.
How many times was he shot?
Again, I'm not confirming that the victim was actually shot. He just had traumatic injuries to his body, so I don't have the information to provide further regarding his injuries at this time.
Do you know when you might have more information?
It just depends with these types of investigations. If we get more information and we're able to release it, we would put it out today, but if not, it could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to longer to process and obtain all the information needed for a homicide investigation.
So do we have a suspect or we don't? Or what was that?
As of right now, I don't have any suspect information to provide, which is why we are seeking the community's assistance. So please, if you have any information, contact our homicide unit.
So just again, could you just go through it again? It was at 6:05 that you received the 911 call from the victim?
Not from the victim.
Okay.
I don't have information on who placed the 911 call, but officers were dispatched at approximately 6:05 a.m. this morning for a shooting call, and then when they arrived on scene, they did locate a black male with traumatic injuries to his body.
Was his car here?
That information I don't have. Again, I know he has family in the area. I don't know if he resides here or how he came to be at this location. It's all part of the investigation, and again, that's why we're seeking the community's assistance. Anything further? All right, thank you.
Okay.
I'm
I'm not sure how to stop it.
That's okay.